How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem, and welcome back. This is part 12 of my full platinum walkthrough for Hollow Knight's Silksong. We're nearing about halfway done with this walkthrough, so that's pretty cool. Today's video is going to be a pretty substantial video. I'm going to try to move very quickly here because we have a lot of ground I want to cover. We have the left side of Coral Chambers. We have the area underneath Coral, which is Whiteward. We're also going to be finishing out the Underworks and the center area and the right side of it, as well as connecting the Grand Gate back to the Coral Chambers and opening up a new area on that side, and essentially opening up some more secret paths that connect some of these areas together. And we just have a lot of ground to cover. So that's going to set us up, because basically the Citadel is story path, and then to the left of Citadel and to the right of Citadel are the branching areas. So I need to get us to where we can fast travel around easily, and that's what my goal for the video today is. We should have several fast travel points unlocked at this point, to where you're hopefully going to be able to navigate the Coral Chambers a lot easier at this point. So let's get started, of course, with our foreshadowing quote, which is, a spa day is a necessity, not a luxury. That's right, we're getting pampered. Anyways, let's talk to our NPCs here. Sherma is I mean, bless her heart, she's gonna disappear and go get herself lost and stuff, and we're gonna have to go find her at some point. But say goodbye to her. Make sure you you wave goodbye. She's been really nice to us. Just exhaust their dialogue if you haven't. But now I want to show you guys. I'm gonna give you guys two options depending on where you're at with beads and resources and stuff. I'm gonna be buying the Ascendance Grip. You don't have to buy this, but it is one of the cheaper tools. Like, I don't want to buy the $720 one, but I bought the cheap one because we're gonna meet an NPC later in this chapter where we have to have a certain amount of tools. I believe it's 12 off the top of my head, but if you're following mine exactly, you're about 4 tools shy. Now we're gonna be picking up several tools throughout this chapter, which will help. But when we reach that NPC, I'm gonna buy the remaining tools that I need when I meet that NPC. But I'm gonna give you that option to follow exactly what I'm doing, or you can pick up the tools throughout this chapter and then circle back at the end, which I'll make sure to remind you guys. But it's helpful if you buy the grip tool that we just bought here, because I think you'll still need one tool after picking up all the tools for free in this chapter. So it helps to have that one bought as well. Plus it's the cheaper one. So I'll let you decide on like your resources, what you have and everything. But I'm gonna buy that tool, and then I'm gonna buy the ones when I get to the NPC. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw on the compass just because we're moving in some very tricky to follow areas. So I want you to be able to see on the map where I'm at. But if I was you, I would throw on the grip in place of the shard pendant. Because now we're getting to the point where we can start to really buy tools, have tools. You're going to have a lot of stuff by the end of this chapter, and we should have a good loadout at this point. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I would definitely not run the compass. I would run this one. This allows you to cling to walls, which is really awesome, and it's very helpful for future areas. So, anyways, now that that's done, let's move over to the Bellway. Make sure you give Ira a nice pet on the way. Been really good. Is it a what is it? Like, it's just been a good boy, you know, or a girl. I don't even know what if it's Ira, is it a girl or boy? I'm going with boy, but I don't know. All right, so you probably remember this elevator. We're gonna hit that. Do you like the walkthrough, Hornet? Oh, wow, nice. Thank you. All right, so we went underneath the last time we were down here. So now it's time to move over to the left. And this is going to basically connect where we started this whole area off. Oh, okay, all right. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. Where are you going, sir? Dude, I literally can't see what I'm doing. Alright, well that was a little... I made that a little harder on myself than I should have. But either way, come down here. I think. Hold on. Actually, yeah, we can do that first. We'll do this first. Uh-huh. I was getting worried there. I can't die this early in the chapter. So we're gonna break the thing here and then grab the spool fragment. Don't worry, you're not going to need the magma bell for these areas. It's not like that difficult. So don't feel like you got to equip it. I mean, sure, it does help a little bit, but it's definitely not needed. We have a lot of beads to spend this chapter, by the way, so I would try to definitely like save up. There's really good farming methods in this chapter. Also, there's some shards down here if you would. You know, I know we departed with our shard pendant, so, you know, something to think about. Alright, so this is that NPC I was talking about. So rest of the bench here. And there's an NPC up above us that we have to spend our, or we have to get a 12 tools, I believe. So that's, we're going to come back. We're going to get a device here real quick. Pick up the shards. Alright, yeah, we're gonna come down here. There's two ways we can go. This is the easier way to me. It opens up the fast travel. So over here is where we've already kind of been. So I'm gonna show you there's one thing that we don't have. Alright, so we came this path before, if you remember. But it's time to fill it into the map. We kind of like walked by it. So just wanted to point that out, that that's there. And that just goes back to like where we started. So now you're gonna come in here and buy the next fast travel. Like I said, we're spending a lot of beads. If you don't have the beads to buy the stuff, you can go back to the first shrine and farm those enemies again that were up to the left of it. Or you could make note of whatever you're not buying, and then just like once we reach certain enemies, maybe farm them. Because there are several parts of this chapter where we have a lot of beads coming in. So if you're like, oh, I couldn't buy the Underworks, you know, maybe then just make a note of it or something. Let's see. Yeah, let's go do the lockdown. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's to the left here. It's a little bit of a lockdown. This is gonna actually give us a spool fragment. Or, I think it's spool. Ow. Gotcha. I got you. Don't fall in. Oh, he fell in. What an idiot. Open. Spool fragment. Now you probably remember this one from the very beginning of this area. When I pointed it out, I said, hey guys, there's a spool fragment right there. We can't get that one right now. That's exactly what I said. Play the tape. But this is where we started the chapter, basically, if you remember. That was like very, very beginning. So, or not the very beginning. You know what I mean. Close to the beginning. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna go get a flea. Down here is just a false door, but if you're wondering what it is, that's what it is. A little tricky door there. Alright, so now that was up is that bench, so feel free to rest at the bench if you need to. But now we're back to this side, so we're gonna go up the air currents. And then we're gonna just start killing these things because we need the journal entries. This is a long ways down. I mean, you know, some people are just born differently. I'm just one of them, I guess. I'm just built different, that's all. Alright. So definitely get that, the yellow, like, magma throwing ones. Get those on your journal as well. So now we're gonna go to the left for a flea. Yeah, they hit hard. Definitely free that flea. Get out of here, you silly. Go on now. Alright, now some maneuvering on the magma. Let me scroll down on my notes though. Yeah, game just updated actually, to where it only takes off 1 health now when you get hit by the lavas. I try to kill this guy from below. Now you want to time this right, so wait for the lava to run. And then when it's about to go, that's when you want to jump on this panel. So ready, like, ready now. I know it doesn't seem like it would be all that crazy, but trust me, that's a spot that you can get caught easily. Alright, so now we're going to go to the left. Actually, I think there's... Is it silk? Yeah, there's silk up here. Now we're gonna go to that path right there in a second, but first we're gonna go this way. Dog, how did it hit me into the lava? Like, what is that? It, like, hit me one way and then the other way. All right, now there's going to be a big enemy that spawns right here, so just be ready for that. And then pick up the craft metal after you take out the boy. We need these craft metals. That gives us 3 now for the tools that I'm going to buy here in a moment. God, it's like I planned it or something. Oh, well, I didn't plan that. Alright, now we're going to go up for this path. And then this is going to go give us a new ability, which is going to be great. The claw line. It's a little tricky to learn initially, but once you get the hang of it, it's really nice. Give me that claw line. And this podium here is going to act as a checkpoint. Like, if you die, you'll respawn here. Spoiler alert, you're probably going to die. Alright, hang on. I gotta get a drink. I'll be right back. Alright, so, yes, we are going to be progressing to the top of this room, and you gotta get used to the claw line here. So, you can, you just hit L2, or whatever the left trigger equivalent is for you, and then you don't have to hold it down, by the way. You can let go. And then if you're in line with it, so the way this works is if your harpoon is, like, exactly parallel with it, or you know, in front of you. Okay, sorry, I can't use big words. I guess it is 5 a.m. So, but it's like you see that next one's a little bit lower, right? So I gotta jump and then time it, right? So that's rather easy. You can just go into the middle of the air, and then if you hit your thing, you can hit it to come back. As long as you have like one ability between it, you can use it kind of infinitely. Or I mean, I guess you don't even have to do that really. But as long as, well, okay. I'm trying to showcase it, game. Stop doing that. But anyways, you can use it to grab onto these rings. You've probably seen them throughout the game so far. But yeah, it's a little tricky. But you can also stab enemies, and it'll rocket you up, which we're about to learn here in a minute as well. Alright, so get that shard bundle there. And now, the enemy at the top there, we need to stab him, and then that'll send us up in the air. Like so, and then you can come over here. At which point, you want to hang in this one. Lower the valve, and that's going to start a lockdown. I like that guy's moveset where he just like shimmies it around or whatever. Those are my least favorite because like even when you do it right, you still don't. Alright, cool. Alright, let's try that again, huh? I was just testing out, see if they were worthy opponents or not. You gotta like land on the top and kind of hit them down in order to not get hit. Ah, don't get away. Oh, that was close. Tag. Are you not entertained? Alright, now we're gonna head on up. And then go to the left here where we can rest at this bench. And now, as you can see, we've got a decent chunk of that filled in. But we're not done. So come over here, and this is gonna meet our new architect NPC. Now, the 12th architect is a huge NPC for this area. It is a massive NPC for the tools in this game. It's where you craft a lot of tools, you can buy a lot of tools, you can upgrade a lot of tools. Like, it's basically the tool NPC. She's such a tool. Alright, so more importantly though, you see how the architect's key, it says acquire one more tool to prove aptitude, right? That's because I already bought the claw thing, the one at the top. So whatever amount you need, I'll show you all the tools I have so you can kind of cross-reference what I already have. So I'm just gonna, you know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm at 24. So I guess you need 25, I suppose. It's what it appears. It seems like a 25 tool minimum. But either way, if you can meet that goal now, then I would do that. And then you'll need to be able to buy the key as well. If you can't meet the quota, then you can either come back at the end of this chapter or you can come farm beads and then come back. Somehow get the key and get one more tool. Now, we are going to be picking up more tools throughout the chapters, so if you don't have the money, feel free to just wait till you get a tool and then come back and buy the key and do what I'm about to do here. But I'm going to buy whatever the cheapest thing is here, so the scuttle brace. And it does require 1 crafting metal. So I'm going to buy that, and then I'm going to buy the architect's key. And also feel free to, like, you know, buy the crafting kit if you want. For the sake of everybody maybe not being on the same page as me, I'm not going to buy that yet until I, like, know that you guys will have that. But definitely, if you feel like it, buy everything you can if you want. So, but now that we have the key, we need to talk to her. She'll probably talk to us once I open the door. Alright, that just drops back down. We got to go up and open up a secret shop here, which is going to give us a new crest, which is definitely required for the trophy. So using this architect key, if you didn't buy the key, then you can't do this. But that's what I mean. Come back and do this. Once you've acquired your 25 tools and bought the key, then you can come and get the architect crest. This is required for the trophies. I think in my practice runs, I did it at the end of the chapter, so you can do it whenever. Just make sure you get it done. This is a very offensive crest. If you like to be aggressive, this is it. Plus, I like that it refills your tools with the silk, but it's a very aggressive one. I'll show you a little bit. See, I can. Hornet, calm down. See, it's nice. Forgot that this game has diagonal dashing. Like, it's been so long since I've done that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and as much as that architect's crest is cool. So now we have the Hunter, Reaper, Wanderer, Beast, Architect. We still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we still have 2 more? I think it's 2 more. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I think it's 2. Either way, we have more crest. You have to get 7 in total, I believe. Let me double check, actually. Yeah, 7. All right, cool. All right, so we are here in the cauldron, and I re-equipped the Wanderer crest. Whoops. So yeah. The scuttle brace is pretty cool too, by the way. I'll quickly show you what that is. If you bought that, you might like it. Hold on, she went backwards. See, I can turn into like a... It's pretty cool. It allows you to get away quickly if you needed to. But yeah, I'm gonna throw on the compass just so you guys can follow where I'm going. So now let's go ahead and... Alright, we need to go to the Whiteward location. Let me get my bearings here. Yeah, we gotta leave. I suppose you could take the fast travel, but I actually want to grab one item here because now that we have the claw line up there, you'll see. So this is one of the most useless shard rooms because they all just fall into the thing, but I just wanted to show that because I find it funny. But anyways, we are now gonna backtrack. Go back up to the Bellway, which now we can make our way... Oh, hold on. I'll show you once it switches over the map. Basically gonna go back on the coral chambers this direction, and we're gonna go where the next big chamber is, where it has a map to the right. That's where we're heading. Also, you want to be farming the enemies now that have the cloaks. If you remember, we picked up that wish. So all the ones that have the cloaks, be farming them. We will have enough by the point that we need to turn it in, but just make a point to be picking those up. I like the pacing of the game. If you like, I guess that's what I've always enjoyed about platinum runs, is like when things just come together. And like, I don't know, it just feels satisfying when you have the wish and then the path you're going on gives you all those enemies. It's just cool. All right, so this key is the white key. We picked it up at the first shrine to the far right. If for some reason you missed it, that's where it'll be. It'll be where you see Songclave on the map. It's at the far right of that, where first shrine is. That's our home base. So we're gonna insert the white key, and now we need to pick up a surgical key in this area, which is a hidden area, and then we'll fight a secret hidden boss. But first of all, cross over here and rest. So yeah, you can complete this area, but still not actually complete it, because I feel like a lot of people miss this boss. So let's not miss it. Hang on, my mouse died. That's not good. I'm glad it was on the elevator. All right. Okay, here we go. So first thing we're gonna do at a certain point is we're gonna send the elevator back up, and there's an item below us, but we can't do that just yet. So just come to the left. It's kind of a creepy area. So this is the boss fight door, the key right here. We don't have that key, obviously, but that is where it is when I say go to the boss fight door. My precious. I'm coming for you. I don't know what to think about the boss in this area. I actually died to him like legitimately. Like, I feel like a lot of my deaths in this game are because like I did something stupid, not because the boss is necessarily like difficult. Whereas this one actually got me. I wasn't expecting what he did, but it's kind of like once you know it, then it's not going to get you again. So I'm curious to know what you guys think about the boss. I guess just like leave me a comment. I'm very curious because I've been seeing very mixed reviews on like what people find to be the most difficult boss. But I'm trying to get an idea throughout this walkthrough on what bosses people struggle with so that when I do the speed runs and stuff, I know kind of what to focus on and what not to for like the deaths and all that. So just let me know. All right, so once you pick up the relic, the Coral Commandment, right there, we can now break the walls to the right. Just keep on breaking. If it ain't broke, then don't leave it alone. I don't know. All right, so that's gonna open up that. What we want to do first, though, it's kind of a little bit counterintuitive nature here. So we can go ahead and reset if you need to. Hit this. Shoot, hold on. I meant to drop down. Whoopsies. That's definitely what I meant to do. Just top tier. All right, I'm just gonna pause. I'll loop back around. I'll meet you guys when I get back to the top. All right, so that was just a fever dream that you guys saw. So once you push the button, then drop down and get to one of the sides. It doesn't really matter. And once the elevator passes us, now we can go below it. I don't know what happens if it's above us like that. But grab the spool fragment. I don't know how to, like, what? Interesting. I'm glad I'm beta testing, you know? Huh. How would you... Are you just like screwed? Alright, whatever. You can quit and reload the save and it'll load you back at the bench. That's crazy. Alright, let's see. Alright, nice. So, yeah, that's interesting. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, okay. We still have it. Yeah, interesting. I'm glad that mechanic's there in terms of like being able to just reload the save, but yeah, I definitely don't hit the button, I guess. All right, so now that we've done that, now we can head to the right here, break that open, and now we want to buy the map. The Whiteward map, definitely required for the trophy. And up here is a Silk Eater. Boom. So I have 7 of those. All right, now we're going to open up a secret room. Now, these enemies are really good for beads, by the way, if you want to farm them for a bit, if you're kind of behind on beads. You can get like nearly 100 beads off of this one little stretch right here. So if you want to reset at the bench and just keep doing it once we're done with this area, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you're really low. Bonk. Uh-oh. So yeah, lots of beads there. Alright, so we're gonna go up here, and there's a secret room up here. But first, we're gonna come over to the left and pick up the injector band, which is another tool. So again, if that's one of the free tools I was talking about we would pick up in this chapter. Let me double check that I got everything over here. Yeah, alright, so we're gonna go that way in a moment, but first we're gonna head this way. So, up. This is a well-hidden secret area. It's gonna drop an item. The surgeon's key, and that's what we need. That's what we need to access the secret boss in this area. I also really like the attention to detail that you can go in the pod. Just find that cool. It's the little things, you know? Open this up. We have some lore we can read, the side. Oh, ow. Okay. Alright, so once we've killed that guy right there, basically don't drop down. What we're going to do, that goes back to the architect NPC, so what we're going to do is conveniently use the save and quit feature and load back in so that it teleports us back to the bench, because the run back would be insane, and so we're going to do this first. Alright, so I'm back at the bench, because basically you'd have to like loop all the way back around and teleport and all that, so it's faster just to do that. And now what we're gonna do is make our way over to the boss. So watch out for the elevator. And now we have the entire map filled out, right? It's just now we have to go backtrack for the secret boss, which is, again, finding that key is not your average, like it's gonna be very well hidden, and then to think to backtrack again would be very counterintuitive. So I think this is a very well hidden boss. Use the surgeon's key. And when you're ready, deploy downward. Alright, so this boss is an unraveled fellow. And it starts with the minions. There are minions in between each phase. So just kill those guys, just refresh your health and all that. Nothing too crazy here. So, anyways, now the boss himself is a really wide boss. He's fat. And he's going to charge at you, or he's going to throw bodies at you. When he charges at you, I want you to really pay attention to where my toes are and how far away I actually pace myself. Look how far, his cloak is at like an angle. So look at the angle right there. If you touch the cloak with your toes, you take a hit. So just really give yourself some distance here. So like, right, I always dash the opposite way, and then you can kind of run up. Now, as far as the bodies, I let him throw the body first, and then I react to wherever that is. Otherwise, you'll, a lot of times, like dash into it. But yeah, I can't stress how weird it feels to be that far away from the boss, because your natural instincts to get closer. but you don't want to for this guy because he is fat. But that's pretty much it. Like, it's just this over and over. It just gets a little bit faster, and that's pretty much it. And then the environment, the only thing different about that is that there's arrows, and they'll pop up out of the ground, and then they come right back down. And so you just want to avoid the arrows falling. But otherwise, it's not like an insanely difficult fight. Just takes maybe a run or two. Yeah, that's my best advice. Just stay wide and let him throw the bodies, and then you react. That's pretty much it. And then I guess for the arrow, the only advice I'd have for that is don't watch the arrows. That'll just distract you. Just let your peripheral, just ignore that. And all you got to do is react to the white pillars, and then that'll be it. Anyways, I'm going to speed this up now that we've gone over the tutorial. Alright, so that's phase 1. Phase 2 is the same, the only difference is the arrows, and he throws 3 bodies now instead of 2. So yeah, just avoid the white pillars, don't focus on like where they're going and all that, just, you know, just avoid whenever you see white. That's why I love those dice. Whenever he comes up out of the middle, that's a great time to do some big damage with your skills. Oh, I should have let him... I didn't follow my own advice. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Dude, stop! What are you? What are you? What are you even doing? I don't know what those guys are. Alright, this is the final phase. It does get a little bit faster, but nothing crazy. I was willing to take that hit. We should be getting close. I'm gonna start going aggressive now. Oh, yep, so that works. So again, it's not that difficult of a fight, really. It's just getting your footing there, learning the moves. Best advice I can have is just stay wide and just, you know, play it slow until you get a feel for it. This is going to be a silk heart. It's the second one of the 3. There's 3 in this game. We've already gotten 1, and this is our second one. So this will be Act 2's silk heart, which is really awesome. We finally have extra silk heart. It is a trophy after all. Alright, so it's probably felt like a long time since we've been in one of these. That means we're actually doing something. Gosh darn it. Gimme! Gosh, I had the craziest dream right there. It was like climbing a spiderweb tunnel, and then I like went Kamehameha in there. Alright, so go to the right here, and there's a memory locket we can pick up, which is to the left, I believe. Yes. Pick up that memory locket. Remember? And then if you want, you can free them. Go, my sweet butterflies. I don't know why in my notes I just wrote creepy statue. Like, alright. Alright, so now you remember this area? We're back. Remember that? The confession booth and the benches. It's like one of the first benches we ever had. So that just loops that all around. So that's pretty cool, right? The other exit of Whiteward was above where that NPC was. So we'll be going back there in a minute, though. But first, we are going to go this way. Kind of feels like we're backtracking. That's because we are, guys. I want your beads, sir. Damn, only that many? That was nothing. I didn't realize you only dropped like 3. Okay, so now we are going to be doing some cool stuff. Let me get my notes caught up, though. Alright, so now we're going to get a tool, the drill. So you're going to fall down here. Hit that lever. And that's going to open up a shortcut. Now, the last time we were here, this is where we first started, if you remember. Let me get further down. So if you remember, this is like the very beginning of our journey here, right? So now, if you remember, we couldn't go any lower. But that's because now we've disabled the magma and all, and now we've broken that, you know, the hole in the floor there. Gotta love the claw line. So yeah, now we're going even further down. Hit that. Ooh, thank you for the beads right there. That was a very nice save, game. Thank you. You finally did something nice. And then this is going to be the drill, which is going to be able to be upgraded multiple times. It's actually a pretty crazy tool. It has multiple upgrades, and it's with that architect. So pop that open. And then we're not going to be able to do this just yet, but I just wanted to point this out. So this is going to be an area, the thicket. We're not doing that yet. I just wanted to open it up so you know where that's at. But more importantly, we just wanted that drill. And now we're going to go back where we started, kind of. Alright, so the elevator's there. Let's see. Yeah, we have to go up the, we have to backtrack like as if we just started. But it'll be faster this time. Still don't really know why they add rooms like that, but you know, I guess to each their own. So now we're gonna go back up. You might remember this. There's that stupid little moth right here, so just be careful. Dude, I don't know why I'm so bad at that. Why is it always the small enemies for me? It's either the mouses or the little moths. Oh, yeah, that works too. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know why I struggle with those more than any other enemies. It's like, come on, game. Like, really? We gotta make the little guy like 17 hits to kill? Great. Okay, now we're finally back. So, now, as you can see, we've filled in the cauldron and the Underworks area. We still have the area below Whiteward. Or excuse me, the thicket, but we're not doing that this chapter. And as you can see, Coral Chambers is starting to fill out here. So now we need to connect the Grand Gate and the left side as well. So that's going to be our next big part of this chapter. Let's see. So this is where we're gonna get the 15 choir cloaks that we need. So there's lots of these enemies in this area as we make our way. So you should definitely be able to get 15 here. Alright, so that is a new enemy as well. And then you'll see this ground here. We need to do a charged attack there. Alright, so this is going to loop us back down where we started. So what we want to do is drop all the way down, and I've already done this, but I wanted to point it out because some of you might not have. Was it this room? No, it's the other room. This was the map for this area, so if you're missing it, does it just like go away? I guess it's right here usually. I guess it disappears after I buy it, so I didn't know. I think it's right here. I know it's in this room. It's like somewhere like right in this area. But buy the map if you didn't already do that. So now we have to get up the top there. So what we're going to do is you can hit the bottom of these, whichever one's lower, and that'll do it. But if you're on the top, right, it falls. So we need to work our way up and over. So it might not be set up the exact way I'm doing it, but just kind of like, you know, work your way around until we get to the very tip top. All right, there. So just somehow managed to make your way up top, and we're going to get a spool fragment. Pretty exciting. And there's surprisingly nothing over here. All right. So now I'm going to head back to the coral area. So that'll complete the, like pretty much everywhere we've been so far. So now it's all kind of new area. See, how are we doing on cloaks? 8. Yeah, so I mean, without even trying, we've already picked up 8, and we only need 15, so it's definitely gonna happen. So that's that shortcut we opened. So we're gonna keep making our way up. Yeah. So now we're gonna make our way back around for that fast travel, so don't worry. Give me your cloak, sir. So now we're gonna meet Zazu or whatever his name is. Come on, die! My goodness. Yeah, I was about to say that too, buddy. So yeah, he's still kicking. This guy. Alright, so we'll leave him to his duties. And now we're back where we first saw Lace. And, you know, this is where we went for Whiteward. So we've made a big circle now, and we've opened up the map. Now we're gonna make our way up. And there we go, we've got all the cloaks. So pretty simple. Yeah, alright, we're going this way. Yeah, if you don't get the cloaks at some point during this section, then like, are you trying? So we got some beads here. And then there's a shortcut up there that we're gonna work towards. Gotcha. Alright, let me double check my notes, make sure I'm still on track. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get a flea here in a moment. So this area goes towards the slab, the prison. So I just want to point that out. Don't go there just yet. That'll be probably next video if I had to guess. And then that down part right there, we're about to go there in a minute. But first we need to go do this part. So we're just gonna laugh in the face of the Citadel there. So you gotta time these, by the way. They like are only up for a second. We come over here and there's a flea. And so you wanna go when it's away. So like now. And just free that flea. Get out of here. No, you go. Alright. So that flea is good. And now... I'm gonna go solve a little puzzle if you don't mind. What was he doing back alive and all? So just jump up and to the left, and you might remember these puzzles. Oh, what? It was the one on the left. And this is going to give us another cog piece. Give me cog heart piece. Let's go. So we have a cog heart piece. Or pieces, excuse me. All right. So now we're gonna go meet Grendel, if you remember that NPC. So he's up and to the left. So kill him and then he'll pop up. And Grendel's gonna try to cop a feel right here, and I just don't know how I feel about that, because everybody in this game is trying to cop a feel, and I don't like that. We've been perved on, we've been trying to be kissed, now we're trying to get another kiss. Back off. Thank God Hornet's a strong, independent woman, because, man. Alright, so we're going to leave him alone. He goes back to the blasted steps where once we get the ability we have now, we can go buy his shop items and all that. Alright, cool. Sorry, I had to get my notes caught up. Alright, so come left here. Get some beads. You can never have enough beads. Alright, so there is a secret wall right here that leads to a flea. However, I don't have the double jump, so we can't really get through there just yet. But we will circle back. But just break that wall open at least and get the room for the flea. Alright, now we're gonna go down first. Oh, no. Open up that shortcut that I showed earlier. Whoa, buddy. No, it's okay. And now let's hit this. This is an area that we are going to unlock in a moment. But right now you want to go all the way to the right. And then head up. And then to the right. And then there is a silk eater. So yeah, if you see there's an NPC in there with that cage. We will get to him in a moment. Okay, so now we've been down below. Now it's time to go up. Oh. God, I need to get to that wall and I can't. Oh my goodness. This is so difficult to hit right while holding onto the right. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't realize I could do that. Or I guess I like kind of forgot. Wait, can I? Okay, yeah, so I'm like... Yeah, we'll come back for the flea. Got my hopes up there for a second. I was like, no, I need that double jump. But got my way. Game, I really just need a platform when I need a platform. It is really hard to fight on a wall. I wish I mean, if you guys have that tool that I bought at the beginning of the chapter, it'd be a lot easier, but I'm using the compass. Okay, just wanted to get that opened up. That's gonna be for a later area. What we want to do, let's go this way. Yeah. So I was like losing my mind. I was like, where am I? So yeah, we want to drop down. So now we're above the dining room where that NPC is. So we can actually open up 2 levers here. The first one for the shortcut, and then there's a second one over here. And then now we can meet the NPC. So just smack the thing. That'll summon him. And we're going to accept a wish. This is Mergwyn. We're getting to the end of this chapter. Not too bad on time. Alright, so now, let's see, let's go back. And now we're gonna go just kind of straight across, honestly. So just drop down and to the left. Whoa there. So instead of, so left goes to the slab that I was talking about. This, we want to drop down. Let's see, hang on. Yeah, let's go to the right first. This will open up our bench. So yeah, now you can see we filled in quite a bit of those like caverns and stuff like that. So get the water splish splashing. Sorry, hang on. Let me check something real quick. I'm going to pause real quick. All right. That's right. We got to go down. Let's do the lockdown real quick. I don't like that guy stealing my silk like that. Dude, can you die already? Like, my goodness. I'd hit that guy like 7 times. All right. So get all the beads in the chest. Some good old silk. Some hidden beads here to the left as well. And now we're gonna buy the thing. I need to double back and open up the spa too. This is gonna open up the fast travel, so now we can get back and forth. I need to backtrack. This is what I was trying to figure out earlier. In my notes, I forgot to write it down. The spa, so you can actually open it up. And I don't know why I'm like blind apparently on like the Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Sorry, I had it written down just open spa and forgot to tell myself what to do. Anyways. This one's a little tricky. All right, hidden spa. Break that door open here, and then this leads back out to the main hall, if you remember. So right here. So it's all coming together. The spa that heals your silk, so if you you don't just get your hearts back, you get your silk spools filled up as well. So there's that. And now we're gonna fast travel back to First Shrine. But resetting the area will allow us to meet the Green Prince again. So it kind of worked out that I had to backtrack for the spa anyways, because I would have had to reload the area. So yeah, he's just on his own path for right now, but we'll talk to him, progress his little storyline. Alright, travel to First Shrine. And we're gonna go turn in a wish and accept a wish. It's like a take one, leave one type thing. Make sure you talk to everybody. He's got some new dialogue, and this is where Sherma's gone missing.
That's fine.
Silly Sherma. I don't know what she's up to. Alright, we're done with him. Now let's turn in a wish. And now we have basically go find Sherma wish. Sherma was traveling to the Citadel's Whiteward. I wonder where she went. So yeah, we have the shop here. If you want to buy anything, you can. We are done with this chapter in terms of spending money. So at this point, you know, if you want to start saving and farming rosary beads, you can. Otherwise, you can start buying stuff. I'll buy it when I'm, you know, in the chapters themselves. But, you know, as you can see, we've got a decent amount. I have 1,700. Plus we have several reserves here. So, you know, I guess at this point, depending on how you played it, you're going to want to have gotten to the Architect NPC, bought the Architect key and enough tools to get that key, and then get the Architect crest. And then from there, like, whatever money you have, you know, if you see me buy it, then I would assume that it's probably needed. Otherwise, I'll be buying things when it matters, I suppose. Otherwise, if you want, you can go and buy all the shops. You can do all the stuff if you want. It's up to you. I don't know what resources everybody has, so I'm just going to be showing it when we need something. Okay, so at the very least, get the Architect crest unlocked this chapter, and yeah, that should be it. We opened up, as you see, all of Coral Chambers, Whiteward, and finished out the Underworks, and we opened up the Grand Gate back to the Blasted Steps. So it all feels very complete right now. And now we have, you know, obviously the upper part, and then next chapter, I think I'm going to go to the slab over here where the prison is. But I shall see how I decide to go about it. But anyways, have a good one, and I will see you guys in chapter 13. Bye.